afternoon, everybody. Joe, good afternoon, welcome in. So, keeping it to the official theme, thought I'd try a little bit of Livonia. Very first map I played on console. Yeah, so I'm not 100% sure where I am. So this is the same character as I had on Sakal. So you basically you can serve a hop on official, and I think that's what some people would possibly do. And you know, because they want you to travel to the different maps, and that's why they've got specific guns on specific maps, so you travel to get them. I think I know where I am. I might try and get into the gas zone. There's a well round here somewhere, I think. Just up here. I've got a map board there. I'll have a quick glance at that. I think I'm just north of the river. Yeah, at least it's not snowing. But typical Sakal, Livonia weather with it snowing, with it raining. Oh, I'm right up there. Yeah, so there's a couple of types of spawn. A new spawn and a server hop and spawn, so you don't get put quite in the same place. You're not normally far from there, but they have, like, I forget what they call it, like an intermediate spawn. So they have like your death spawns, your fresh spawn, and then your server hop and spawn. Let's have a loot round here, see what I can find. Before we get up to some evil intentions. Hunting shop. Come on. Oh, stick of epoxy. Oh. Got the lucky boonie hat. I think there is that summer camp over here. No, this isn't Gerald. This is official. I will have to break Gerald out. Shake the mothballs off him. I've got to think of the best place for his hospice for the mentally unwell. If we go out this way, we hit train tracks, and there's that little summer camp. Oh, they got fires again, have they? Yeah. And it's hard to, unless you experience it, it's hard to imagine it. Years ago, I was travelling around Canada for a bit, and I was going to drive to Vancouver, but that was when the forest fires were on. You know, I wasn't in a hurry, and you know, just driving through the Rockies would have been quite good, but with all the road closures and things like that, it just wasn't feasible, and it was easier to just fly from Calgary to Vancouver. But as you flew over, you could see the smoke coming off the Rockies. Yeah, oh, we've got another stick of epoxy. You can see the issue if you could serve a hop on all servers. You could easily see what the issue would be. Diana, welcome. Yeah, you can see, you know, I say the royal we would find a way of pretty much ruining every loot economy. You know, but the idea here is, you know, unofficial, that's what you do, because they want you to travel, experience the maps, but you don't have to. You know. Hog Rider, welcome in as well. Welcome in. See, it's not too bad getting a start. just need a water bottle. Yeah, they've certainly got a spring in their step, haven't they? I bet it's lovely, you know, in the right, you know, the right time of year. But yeah, I'm fair weather. I don't, you know, it's different, I suppose, if you're into like enduro or motocross, that sort of thing. But for normal use, no, it's got to be nice weather. Oh. There is that other castle. Is it Branslow's castle? I think you can find bits and pieces up there, but it's quite barren. Cows. Or the sheep. So you can hear these then, unless they're really close. That's toppling if you go that way, I think. So the summer camp should not be too far from here. Down there, is that water through the trees? No, it's not, I don't think. It might be at the next set of trees. If this is the road, then it goes over train tracks. It's in a little dip, I remember that much. it's topper than there. Yeah, I don't think I played any of the GTAs online. I just played the story mode. Oh. Come on. Yeah, I played it in, I don't know which one, I think I played San Andreas as well. Aww. Is this me or is there somebody else around here? You do find random bases that people have built. I could do with a map and a compass. Oh, barrel. Yeah, I saw it in Play and Pal World. You can tell. Oh, it's box of nails, look. You can tell he enjoys that as well. It's just obvious now watching him for that much. When a game gets him, it gets him. And that definitely gets him. Ah, Wes. Welcome, welcome. Hope all is well. Yeah, he done his little take on it, didn't it? You can catch people, put them to work. So the summer camp must be down this way. Yeah, you can tell that he likes it by how much he gets into it. Yeah, just try and because the Badlands stuff has been released on stable now. So it's all, I was on Sakal yesterday. Yeah, it's down here. It's either in these trees or those ones. I think it's down here. Oh. Is that wood? It is just wood. Ah! Who know? Who know? Over on Twitch. Who know? I hope everything's going well with your thing. Yeah, so I've always liked official, you know, or official settings, and you know we had quite a good run on Sakal. Well, I heard the cows then from quite a way away. Sea Kayak, welcome, welcome. I hope all is well. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Again, not knowing anything at all about making a game or, you know, modding it or stuff like that. I reckon if they change it, it could potentially, they'd have to roll back the ambient noises so we don't get all the creaking and metallic groaning. So I think they're probably doing stuff for Badlands, I would say. And it's just gonna, I don't think they want to take it out. Uno, they're saying they miss you over on YouTube. We all do, but yeah, I know you'll be back once you got your. I've only ever moved once, and that was the first place I looked at. I don't want to do it again. That's not like physically moved, that's in house-wise moved. I've only moved once. And that was into this. Yeah, I think with the animal noises, it's got to be something either Badlands orientated, so they've started to put stuff in, this broken stuff in the original game, and we always find one of these. Has that got a round in it? Let's see. Yeah, I think a lot of it is focused on Badlands, and you know, it may break, or they have to roll it back, which they potentially don't want to do. Because I think it did happen. What was that? Thought I saw something. Yeah, it happened at the time of one of the updates. Barrels galore. Somebody's made it into a fire barrel. Another longhorn. We've never got space. It'll be handy to find some 308. Do with it. Evil doers. He's aggro, so I'm not going to be able to stealth him. That's the place to set it. Yeah, and again, I think they've got a list of things that they need to do, and if it's not game breaking, no matter how frustrating it can be, I just don't think it's on the list. I really don't. You know, they've probably got limited resources and people to work on stuff. And they just don't fix it if it's not, you know, if it's not a game breaker. And that is the frustrating thing. You know, they seem, you know, and people will say, oh, you're adding more stuff before you've fixed, you know, the existing stuff. Which is frustrating, but they might be completely different things, I guess. And then, you know, they're aware of them. And I just don't think it could be that easy, otherwise they'd have done it. Or, you know, it's going to break something else. Oh yeah, no, that is well, I think it comes down to, after I played devil's advocate, so if you're not, you know, if you can get enough food from the infected or finding it, you don't even shoot an animal. You know, it's the same as fishing. I don't think many people fish. But I do know what you mean. I do what you mean. If that was the only food source, like it was a hunting game, that to me would be a game breaker. But again, because Doug has found or done a mod to get them working a lot better than what they did. So yeah, so they can get something to work. I just don't know why they can't. Yeah, apart from Sakal, because you need food straight away. I agree with you. I think more people have probably fished on Sakal. So there can be a train on this road bridge, on the train bridge as we come in to Toppelen. So we've got the PD. This isn't a bad route to go. If you go straight down, you can get to. What I could do with a map and a compass ideally, and then a map. So it's on that can be one on that bridge there, which there isn't. I haven't got a clue where many of the convoys are here. I know the train track is pretty much, you follow this route and you're laughing along, you follow the train track all the way round and through. Well, it's the same as really there's the one on Chinaris. If you stay on the train tracks, it's not that difficult. But convoys, I wouldn't even know where the closest ones are here. So I've got them. I'll go and try and hit the med centre. So on the top hill. It does make me chuckle. Now, if you needed to get down to the other side, to the east, you can jump in a boat, but I don't know. It'll get you there quick if you have to meet up with a buddy. But for how wide that river is, that is pretty much Operation Certain Death sailing through that river. Got a PD. Gusto, good afternoon. Just giving official a go. I was on Sakal yesterday with Mufasa. Quite a fun run there. We got sniped at by somebody who heard the heli as well. That was funny. Yeah, that was funny. I done that one, didn't I? And I had no idea. I don't know if I started to run towards them at the end. I'm not sure. Oh, is that military in there or police? Might find a Glock. Protection. Yeah, getting all the loots. I've got a Glock mag. And there's a cock as well. There we go. Couple of mags. Med centres along this road, I think, up there. Those church things are open up there. Evil doing snipers. So I haven't, but Mufasa has twice. So he's found the one on Sakal in a container, and on Chinaris a convoy by Starry Silbor. So we've found them. That is 308. You were right. Don't know why we thought it was 76254. Unknown food. All these fat loots. I'm going to drop this. I may regret it, but yeah, we even got to shoot it. Yeah, it is a bit of a beast. Because we were lucky enough to find it with a mag on at this time as well. And we had a few 308 for it. Flies. Is that a suicide pose? Christ. Did I put the water bottle on? No. Where's the water bottle gone? Uh-huh. I don't. Was that a? Was that a suicide pose? I'm not really sure. Certainly got the goop. It's interesting. I mean, he had food. Excuse me. He had food on him. He had bandages on him. I mean, the ammunition, I'm not sure. Very interesting. He was still fresh as well, as in the buzzing. So there's infected over there. I mean, he could have been. It could have been hand bugged, I guess. But I don't think much of his stuff was damaged. Unless he spawned in and his buddy spawned in somewhere else. I don't know. The mysteriousness of the apocalypse. So now if I head south, I won't try and find convoys. I weren't going to pick that dry bag up, it was too orange. Can't find a blaze or something, I should have took that. Sport dot. So you can hear the cows. I'm not going to shoot it. It would have been handy to keep hold of that longhorn, because we found that 8 rounds of 308. Yeah, plates, or no, ballistic vests galore. Yeah, I can remember following these power lines when I first started playing. I think I glitched and got beaten up by infected and died, and I ran all the way across the map and got to my body just too late. Everything disappeared. That was emotional. Oh, look, they got a big white instead of a big red. This looks a little bit light. Yeah, somebody's been taking planks out of it. Quite possibly a base nearby. So I think these plank piles are normally another stack up at least. So there's either a base down this road or something. Where they've driven to it. Or it's in one of these close by areas. Yes, you can see, I think it's at least another stack up. But the plank piles don't disappear until they're completely empty. So that one's been taken as well. And they've probably got a car or a truck. Crossbow, no thank you. See a Mosin bayonet. Shut up. Yeah, but so the plank piles just don't disappear until you've used them all up. If you leave one plank in there, I don't think you even have to interact with it. It just won't disappear. Oh, is that a military? No, it's not. won't be surprised if there's something down this road though. Stay in the trees. I could do with some binoculars. No, I haven't. I think they've sorted out that bug that if you pick... Oh, there we go. There's a base here. So I think the weight bug's been fixed. Whereas if you picked up something heavy and dropped it, you wouldn't get your stamina back. They're fixed out, I believe. I think they built that back to front, potentially. Shut up, Mr. Fox. That might have been built back to front by mistake. They look like they want to close this door off, I guess. Check over the houses over the other side of the road. I think he was stuck in the tree. Yes, there's no telling how long, stuff like that lasts. But that sort of looks to me like the door's been built round the wrong way. Easily done though. There's no obvious arrow marker once you put it down, apart from the fence kit. And then when you've built the frame, it's not till you really put the planks on that you discover it's back to front. And if you haven't got a hatchet or something like that, you can't. What do we reckon? Shut up, Mr. Fox. Glad to see how much more usual marksmanship. Foxes are nearly on par with bagheads. So there could be little community here or something. Probably those wooden shed barn things. Oh, he had magazines for this as well, didn't he? Yeah, these little barns are quite, they're quite easy to... It's just a single gate and a 4-dial. I mean, but the amount of explosives and stuff you can... and ammunition you can find here. There's got to be a well around here somewhere, isn't there? There it is. Oh, there's a base there, look. Another one there. It's an impressive erection. Where a lot of the planks would have gone then in there. Quite an impressive erection. Oh, it's been raided by the looks of it. Yeah. Let's go look at the other one. That is the problem. The amount of stuff, you know, the amount of ammunition that you can find compared to other places. There's one down here as well. On the other side of the road in that barn there. This one looked like it still had a lock on. I wouldn't reckon for too much longer. The other thing with no flagpole, stuff will just disappear as well. Yeah, you can find enough ammo. Oh, oh! Yeah, so that doesn't mean anything. Oh, plate. I got any pouches on? If I can get a bigger backpack or something from here. I didn't even know the convoy was here. This looks to be a mixture of vehicles. 25. Oh, good lord. Come on. Well, so I reckon they were saying that these ones are boosted and the original ones are like nerfed. So the new ones I didn't even know there's a convoy there. They're the best ones to find. Yeah, so they reckon that the new ones at the moment have been buffed, so you do get a lot more. And whereas the original ones, I think you can still find them, but they won't have the amount. Oh, sugar, I haven't got any... Oh, I found my own scar. So I can get into the bunker. I'll leave the rest here. That was crazy. Yeah, I think that was a combo one. Yeah, I mean, I could have put the plate on, but I don't think I could have. Or could I? I might go and get that plate. So I've got the epoxy. That's it, game complete. That might have also been a reason for that location if it appears on the that road. You know, people will pick locations because you can farm loot quite easily. But they are good. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do potentially an update with the motorbikes, like they did with the cars. And there is still on experimental more cars server, so they're all complete with stuff in the boot. Bear with me a second. Can't help himself. Can't help himself. Oh. Yeah, I just time him out. You know, I try and give him a chance, but oh God. Good Lord. We just need a helmet or a head strap, and then we can continue through the well, let's yeah. Could do with a little more 308. I'm getting really spoiled. Yeah, I mean, if he comes in and says hello, it's fine, but he just that can't seem to play nice. Not gonna lie, that made me jump. The different foot sounds. Yeah, but this is when, if you're learning to play, like I Survive is handy for, and you can, you can set yourself little side quests, like try and go to convoy spots. You might not find them, but at least you can identify the places when you run past next. You've got an idea. I think it's really good for that, because I don't know where half of the, well, I know where hardly any convoys are. I know there's a couple of places. I mean, that's on one of the main roads, but they'll be on random tracks. I didn't realise there's a heli that close, but I'm probably further south than I realise. Putting up high, good afternoon or good evening. We're doing some good gooping. We've just hit a convoy, got the new gun, and we hit a helicopter and got a VSD. No, we got the VSD at the convoy. We got MVGs at the helicopter. Found a couple of bases. Got the key card for the bunker. It's a bit risky when you're by yourself, though. You can do the first level, and I think you can. If another fox there, I think you can. If you're quick, I think you can do the second level. But it can anymore. You can't do the third one by yourself. And I think the idea there was, you team up with somebody to go in because you can't reach it by yourself. Which I believe was the the beginning, you know, people would probably team up, but now I don't think they would. So like the convoys will be down like random places like that. So we know where west is that way because the sun's heading down. Zalisi. I think once you know where the convoy areas are, you can make like a little loot route. But as I said, I don't. I don't really know. I was going to try to get the NBC gear, get into one of the gas zones, but it's the storage. You know, it's a task in itself. You can't, you know, you have to dedicate your inventory for it. No, I'm on official. I'm on official. Because they've released the Badlands update on to all 3 maps now. So I was on Sakal yesterday, and I thought I'd give Livonia a go. You know, we didn't have a bad run. It was quite a very good run on Sakal. Found a scar there. Got to shoot it. Got shot a couple of times. Evildoers. Yeah, I like. Well, I say we must wait until Badlands comes out on, you know, later this year, I think, and maybe they'll do a couple more updates where they'll add like the mopeds or the motorbikes. I think that'd be fun to see how they work, but they may want to keep some of that for the release, you know. I think there's going to be loads of stuff that we don't know until it comes out, like the builder mechanics, exactly how they work, you know. The code locks, are they going to replace 4 dials and 3 dials, or are they for specific buildings you can fortify? You know, they might not be, you know, completely usable. They'll be used for specific rooms or for specific buildings, or they will be on specific buildings that you need the, I didn't pick it up, but the Morse code card. Perhaps it will give you a random number in Morse code that you can then use to unlock certain doors. But I'll wait till it comes out, because there's going to be all sorts of speculation. Yeah, all sorts of speculation on what will happen, but I'll wait till it comes out. I'll get it, and I may switch to the, you know, the Nitrado server to that. I think I'm going to take some getting used to with the environmental side of it, the PvE. Let's say PvP will pretty much always be the same. You know, you're either going to be okay at it, or, you know, be really good at it. Or you won't, or you get better the more you do it. Those little tree trunks always look like a person. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit lost. Well, I know west's that way, but I'm a little bit disorientated. Let's go down this track, see where it leads. It might be a convoy. Could do with an assault house, something I can put this on. But this is where you'll find some of the convoys. They'll be like at the bottom of this track, or and once you've seen them, you know to look there. But and quite often there'll be a permanent like crashed Jeep or something that is normally a marker, or can be a marker. Trying to get my bearings on something. So like that mark, that car there could very well be a marker for a convoy. It might not be, but that could be. That's the sort of thing. That can give you an indication. Just want to try and find an MVG head strap. That would be fantastic. I think that's what those guys yesterday had, or that they had. They must have had a night vision scope or something. There we are in wolf and bear territory. So we're still heading south. But I've really not got too much of a clue where I am. All looks the same when you're in the woods. And I'd only be guessing if I was... Once I get a landmark, I'll be fine. Ah. So... West... So that's the tower by... is it not Pavlovo? The town on the way to the bunker. And you can see that tower from Swarog. So I'm in the west. Let me try and picture where that is in my head. So that's in the west. So Swarog, I might be near Swarog-ish, but that might be a bit far away. Because you can see the radar dish of Swarog. You must be near the edge of the map, I think. Nothing like it getting lost on Livonia. I might head towards that. If I see it again, I'll head towards that radar tower. So I'm heading east-ish. There's the radar tower, so we should see. So that's west. So I think Swarog's over that way. I think. because you can see when it's clear, you can literally get your compass out, point it in that direction, so you can run all the way down here and up to that one, and you're pretty much overlooking that final town. I know what's going to happen. I'm going to get into one of the zones, step on a landmine. This is where you'll sometimes find like people put large tents, or they've got little camps that they've set up when they harvest all the loot. Yeah, this is why I always got used to trying to get a compass. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that, I mean, unless I've gone really far west, and on the other side of where I thought I was. That could be Swarog getting gassed, because two parts of that can get gassed, the bottom part and the top part. Or it could be the town. Yeah, trying to find helicopter crash sites when only half of the helicopters used to, give off smoke, and there was no crash noise. You just saw them, and some of them. And again, I said it before. I can't remember which one it was, but whether that was the American or the Russian type helicopters, one of them didn't give off smoke, and that was when all of a sudden you'd look and there'd be one in this field here. Well, I'll probably be back on there tomorrow. But yeah, it is sometimes good to break it up. Because it's yeah, I mean, we're getting there. We'll get there. It's just hard going. You know, it makes it worthwhile, but it is just hard going trying to get set up. But the storyline is coming along. Yeah, the thing is, we all know that if you know they want the story to to carry on and develop. Obviously, they couldn't be there every day, but oh, I know where we are. I think. Come on, MVG head strap, please, 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 please. These certainly ring a bell. These there's a few of them around here. But I can't remember. These look familiar. Although it is, it can be difficult to know. I know they'll always admit to it pretty much on the radio. But like when the last time Gideon was hit up there, I couldn't get to my radio, because it was the where I couldn't get to it, so I couldn't put it on. So obviously they're not going to tell us every time. See, this is where MVGs I've got them, but obviously I'm not walking around with them in my hand. But you can use them like that. I might have come up from the other way, They're probably wolves, do you reckon? I'm sure this is the little tower that overlooks Swarog. But Swarog might be over that way. I could have come all the way down. because this is on not too far from that military. Oh, they always look like a person sitting there at a glance. So that is west there. So north. I don't really want to go to the bunker, if I'm completely honest. There it is. There's Swarog. Yes, I've come all the way round. That's the radar tower. So yes, so I went all the way down and round. I know where I am now. Because you go to this tower and you can get, I forget the name of the town, but you can get to that town which has got all good military loot, and then the next stop up the road is the bunker. Yeah, so you normally get from that radar tower or from that hill, you can see that one and you can run down even when it's dark. Yeah, so the bottom bit's been gassed. You can just see that down there, the bottom bit of the. So you can go in by the radar tower, but this is dodgy now. At night. Let me put the camera on for you. And for how easy MVGs are probably. I mean, I've got a pair. And that's the thing, I probably wouldn't have triggered that gas. So you're not going to see, the problem is you're not going to see landmines. Anything like that. But there is a convoy down one of these tracks before you. God, they keep looking like someone's standing there. Yeah, these dirt tracks. There are some convoys. tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to bypass this and see if I can hit some of the convoys on the way back to, is it Nadball? Because going through here in the dark, because you get I'm going to scoot around the side. Because I'll do the same. I don't pick up landmines. I'll just set them once I've done looting. There's all these little tracks like this where you can sometimes find them. But I know there's potentially a couple on the way back that we can hit. Yeah, it's too dark. If I had MVGs, it wouldn't be as bad, but it's too dark to go sneaking around there. When I get lost and I end up by the river again. See, if you had a map, we're on the red route here. And that'd give you, a good indication. Big fan of the in-game map. I know some custom servers you can have the inbuilt one. You just press the M key, that'll bring the map up. And in some case, it'll show you where you are if you set it up that way. Oh. Swarogs up there. So that, yeah, so if you go down that road there, there is a convoy. It's getting lighter again, but still. Should be a road that's like goes round here, that goes left and right. Left goes up to that town I can't remember the name of, and right snakes its way round to Nadbor. But there is, I think it's one or two convoys, definitely one. So there are some houses. There's a dirt track. That's there. We got the convoy. So you can't run through there. We want the helmet that can take the MVGs. There's another big one. That's what she said. All the way up to there. All this goop. I might have to pistola them. Someone been through here. There's loads of stones. I think someone's been through here. Yeah, someone's been through. Possibly those shots I heard earlier. Yeah, so I know where that convoy is, and there was one further down there. So I know exactly where I am now. That board's just over there. Might find some more 308. Just make sure we don't hit a bear trap. There you go, Mike. Yes. There we go. 2 mags. So I think I'm going to call it. Apologies for the shorter one. But I shall be back. I shall be back tomorrow on Doug. But we'll keep this one. We're not far from Swarog. We can create a bit of chaos up there. Just make sure there's no shots. No, we are good. So I found my own scar, which is always good. Yeah, I shall. Yeah, apologies for the shorter one. I'll call it there for the evening. I shall be back on Doug tomorrow on Friday. You'll have a very good rest of your day. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I shall catch you again.